on? So today we're going to go through a quick walkthrough of some of the bits I've changed on the C63 since the first video I made on it, where there's the walk around. Quite a lot's changed, there's still a lot more coming, but I thought I'd just give you a quick update because the videos that we've been putting out have been more of different things, and I've changed a lot that's not really video worthy per mod, but as a collective I can show you different things that have been done on the car. So I thought I'd also, before we start the video, give you a quick update on what's been going on for the past week, which is the reason why both videos haven't been released. Set off for work the other day, was driving as normal, car, the C63 I was driving. Cold started as normal, literally turned the lights around the corner from my house, and the car's just cut out completely and died on me. No explanation. I got Mohib down, we tried to jump start it, it wouldn't start, so we pushed it onto the side, from where it then got recovered back to Euro spec, and they've done some work on it and found out that there was a ground wire that was faulty that runs to the fuel pump, which obviously means that the fuel pump wasn't working, it wasn't fueling the car, and the car wouldn't start. So we got that repaired, took about a day, got the car back the next day. The next issue was driving to Mohib's house to pick something up with Mohib, and we were popping and banging through Bury, see a police van, didn't think nothing of it. Next thing you know, it's dark, we're at some traffic lights, and we just see an array of blue lights behind us. I'll throw in a couple of clips here that of what happened. Hey, what? They boxed us in, T-packed us, gave me a section 59 for the second time in a year, seized my car for pops and bangs. They tried to get Mohib, but he was clean. They had no evidence. They even have evidence of me. Afterwards, I've gone and found out they've broken a load of rules. Firstly, I found out from someone in Bury Police. Found out who the police officers were. They were actual normal police, not traffic police. They authorised a T-pack on us, which they're not allowed to do. They authorised a pursuit on us, which they're not allowed to do, because they sent a pursuit car after us as well, even though we didn't run. As soon as they blued us, we pulled over. They gave me the section 59, which I guess is allowable within pops and bangs for anti-social driving. So yeah, it is what it is there. But what they did wrong was they didn't give me any section 59 notice. They didn't give me a seizure notice. No paperwork, no signature. They took my car. I tried to be reasonable with the whole time. By the end of it, I was really annoyed. I lost my temper. So I decided to just leave the situation. We got in Mohib's car and we left. Got a little cup of tea from Jaiwala. Headed back into Bury because I realised I left my house keys in the car and I needed my house keys. Gone to where the car had been stopped and seized. Car wasn't there, so we started heading towards the impound where they told us it was going. As we've headed towards there, we've seen a recovery truck coming the opposite way, no car on it. Mohib immediately thought they've dropped the car off and they're on the way back now. Went to the impound, nobody was there, my car wasn't in sight, we looked through the gate, we couldn't see the car. So I rang 101 to say, look, I need my keys from the car, I can't get into my house tonight. So could you send some officers down with the recovery truck guy to obviously let us in. They didn't really give us a response. They said we'll call you back. So we thought we'd head back into Bury. I thought I'll just have to get my mum to let me in for the night. As we headed back into Bury, we've been stopped probably about 0.3, 0.4 miles from Bury police station. I'm gonna throw this clip in here. The next clip is my car leaving Bury police station on the recovery truck. The same recovery truck that we seen passing us on the way, which means my car has been driven to Bury police station by a police officer for whatever reason, and then they've done what they've done there for over an hour's time, and then put my car on the truck at Bury police station, then towed it. I don't know what they've done with it. I spoke to the person who I don't want to name, and he said they couldn't have bugged it. If they did, it's lawsuit level. But when I got the car back the next morning, so I'm assuming they searched it for whatever reason. Obviously, I'm clean, so they found nothing in the car. So from then on, I rang up, made a formal complaint about everything that they've done wrong, and I was told I'd be called back within 24 hours. My initial complaint that I made is that I was given no paperwork for the seizure. He's rang me back 24 hours later, the sergeant, and he said that my officer has told me that was at the scene that you left in anger and refused to take any paperwork for the car, which is a lie, because as I got in Mohib's car, he had a dash cam recording, and before we left, I very clearly asked him, do I need any paperwork for this car? And he goes, we'll call you tonight. He's lied there, saying I basically left too angry and I didn't give them a chance to give me any paperwork, but they fucked up because I've got it on camera, I've got it on dash cam recorded where I've said it and he's responded to that. They didn't give me any paperwork, they didn't call me that night either. I've then rang up, made a further complaint. It's been 3 days since the incident. They said they'd call me in 24 hours again, no call. I've requested body cam footage of the whole scene. I've heard nothing back, which I can only assume now is they know what they've done and they're trying to cover up what's happened. Now I know I was popping and banging and people are going to say you shouldn't have been popping and banging, it serves you right, blah blah blah, whatever. but I wasn't out there to kill someone. They didn't need to do everything they did. Yeah, they could give me a section 59 and seize the car. They didn't need to T-pack us. They didn't need to send a pursuit vehicle after us. They didn't need to drive my car to the police station for no reason at all. They didn't give me any warrant to search my car. They just sent one car, blued us, we would have stopped. So to be honest, it's bullshit. All of it that's happened, but I'm not going to let it go. So yeah, that's what happened there. But now let's crack on with the video and the mods on the car. So we'll start with the front end. So originally, if you remember in the first video I made of it, these bars were rose gold, this star was black. I've changed it around, I thought it was a bit too much, so I went with rose here, black there, just give it that more aggressive look on the grille. The next thing we went for, a bit different, was the satin black stripe, followed with the rose stripe to match the badge and the plates across the bumper, across the bonnet, sorry. Now, the thing with this was that, because of the way the bonnet is shaped, it's very difficult to kind of get it straight. So we couldn't go straight, it wouldn't have looked right. So we have to kind of go at an angle, as you can see here, it's gone outwards. The result of that means that if I did not through the roof and at the back, it wouldn't have worked. So it's just running on the front. But honestly, now I've had a look at pictures of it when it didn't have it, and I can't imagine the car without it anymore. So we're gonna run it and see what people think. Everyone's loved it so far when I've put it up on Instagram and stuff. It's different. I know people have ran stripes before, but I'm going for this rose gold kind of theme, and no one's really done that before, especially with a stripe across the car. So it's different. We're gonna run it. We're gonna see what happens. The next thing I've done, I've blacked out the front headlights. The whole car was looking quite aggressive, and you know, with the tints, the dechrome, everything, and the lights were just letting it down. So on pretty much every car I get, I've blacked the headlights out just to blend it into the bodywork, because every car I have is black. It blends in very nicely. Around the DRLs down here, we've gone with a black wrap around there as well. It's normally chrome from factory. If you remember it from the previous videos, it's now black. Simple mod, effective though. Next thing, big fat carbon spoiler. It was a must. That stock one was nice. I ran it for a bit, but I told you in the first video that spoiler is getting changed. So is the diffuser. So we've got big 3-fin diffuser on the rear, carbon as well, genuine carbon. I got them from Elite Carbon UK. It was like a 3-day delivery time. It's quick, it's proper stuff, good fitment. It looks factory, and I'm very happy with it. So that is simple. Changes the whole look of the back end of the car. It's a lot more aggressive now compared to when you look at the first video. It was very, very, very basic, and now it looks aggressive. I'm still not finished with the back end. I've even done the rear lights as well. I blacked them out, as you remember that they weren't in the last video. I'm still deciding what to do with the badges, hence why they're still silver. I don't know whether to go rose, half black, completely rose. I don't want to overdo it, so I'm just kind of waiting at the moment to see what to do with them. Next mod, inside. So, inside, what have we changed? As you'll notice straight away, it blew up on Instagram, so a lot of people already know about it. We went for customised steering wheel that I now offer on my new brand, Demonize UK. Forged carbon top and bottom, forged carbon trim that used to be satin chrome. Originally they're flat top and flat bottom. I've made it flat, rounded top, properly flat bottom, more aggressive around the bumps at the bottom, more aggressive around the bumps at the top. Alcantara on the sides, put the LED rev counter at the top. You should see here if I turn the car on now. As you can see there, when I give it a rev as well. So it's amazing. There's nothing more needs to be said about that steering wheel. It's amazing. It's not complete yet. I know the airbag sticks out like a sore thumb. I've got an Alcantara airbag coming for that. The paddles also, I've got them coming in forged. So once that's done, it'll complete the whole look. So also inside, I've carboned it out. I'm not sure yet whether I'm going to go forged. I've seen a friend who's done it. His looks amazing. He's got it on a W205 C63. He's got the same steering wheel as me essentially, but he's forged out his whole interior. But on the W205 it kind of rounds up and it looks good. In the W204 I don't know how it's going to look. So for now I've gone normal carbon. I've changed this trim piece here. I've changed pretty much all of it. The only piece that's left is around the gear shifter. Right now I'm finding it for like £500, and I think for such a small mod it's not worth £500. So I'm trying to find if someone can custom make it for me or custom skin it. I'm also trying to find the door trims in carbon, but at the moment I can't find them. So it's not complete yet, but it's coming together very nicely, and most of it is done. But it's changed the interior a lot from the gloss black. I've kept all the original bits as well, so in case I do put them back on in the future if I ever sell the car. Also, I've got the full Apple CarPlay, like I did say. I've got video in motion. That was from BMW Mods UK and Code Beamer. I did say that stock system was horrible, so this has made a big difference. Along with everything else, it's just come together and changed the whole car inside. The CarPlay is literally OEM. It's completely OEM. It works like fine. The video emotion literally works with your phone, screen mirroring, there's no delay at all. Everything works as it should, and it's never ever given me a single problem. So I'm very happy with that as well. I want to do it on the Golf R now, to be honest, as well, so I'm probably going to put the 7.5 screens in my R.
Yeah, go on.
So the last thing we'll talk about, which you've seen in the previous video, is the map. Now, it's a stage 2 map from Euro spec. Primary and secondary cats have both been removed. Stock back box, stock res, dynoed at final figure at 553 brake horsepower and 644 Nm of torque. It's the highest figures that Euro spec have ever had on a W204. So yeah, it's crazy. I need intakes at the moment. I'm looking for them actively. The carbon ones are like £1,000, so I'm just trying to justify whether they're worth it or just going for some non-carbon ones that would be cheaper. I have gone kind of all out on the car so far, so I'm probably going to end up going with the carbon ones. But I've just bought the wheels, I need to buy tyres, so there's a lot going on with that, and I'm modding up the Golf R. I don't really drive it much either, probably drive it maybe once or twice a week, just because of the mileage, I want to keep it down. But yeah, the map has just changed the car completely. One thing I found with this car compared to the Golf R, that is very, very lazy in the low rev range of the gear. Probably between 1 and 4,000, it's just kind of slugs its way up to 4,000 and then it goes. And that's probably one thing I noticed from the first time I even drove this car compared to the Golf R, which obviously is mapped as well and DSG mapped. The Golf R just goes, my power curve on that is just straight. It'll keep going non-stop. But this was very slow, and then after 4,000 it picks up. But the map is what changed that. The map has just completely changed it from the get-go. It just goes. I know it's rear wheel drive, it spins. Even when you downshift now, the back end kicks out. The torque, there's so much torque in the car that the back end spins up when you downshift at high revs. It's insane. The sound as well, when it bangs, the bangs are kind of optional with this map. So basically, if you rev up to 4,000, it'll bang at 4,000 quite low. Anything above 4,000, it just, the actual gunshots, people are saying they're like fireworks. Anything below 4, it won't do it. So it's not as if you're driving around all the time and it's constantly doing your head in. It's kind of like a semi-optional, like if you're putting your foot down and you're letting off above 4,000, it will go off 2 or 3 times. If you want to make it go off more, then it will. But yeah, I'm going to show you how it sounds now, and then you guys can let me know how you think of it as well. This was from the first video, yeah? Do you remember this? This tunnel. Listen to the sound difference now. Police all on me right now, so I'm not hooning it, but you can hear it. Trust me, it's a game changer. It's different now. This car is different. It's literally everything I ever wanted it to be. Yeah, you can smell petrol. It's loud as fuck. But this car is just, it's perfect. Honestly, wait for a dry day. I'm waiting for winter to go. I'm waiting for the dry days. When I change the wheels, I'm putting better tyres on it as well. These are the tyres that came in the car. After that, put the intakes in, get a few more bits done, and just make this car perfect. And I want 600 as well. 553, I'm happy, but I want 600, so we're going for 600 as well. I probably won't stage 3 it, but I will find a way to get to 600, whatever needs to be done.